Good morning, beautiful souls. It is Sunday, August 31st, 2025. It's 11 o'clock. Chart's been out for about an hour, and there has been like this big burst within this last bit of time here. So it was updated at 10 a.m. So in this time that I've been trying to put this together, this energy is just really disorienting, and seems like I couldn't do anything right. So the focus is just not there. Maybe as a sign for today, um, to lead with joy and to cultivate that joy. Don't try to focus on these details. Do not try to work joy. Now, if you find your work joyful and there's not a lot of technical details, I think technical work is something a beast in of itself. So, with technical work, working with data and charts and stuff like this, readings are some intuitive, but there's some technical aspects to it too, and just getting it out into the web sphere is a bit of work and technical. So with that, and a lot of intricacies, and like, okay, we have this site, I have this program, I do this, I do that, and if everything gets kinked up, it's like, ah. So with that, with joy, so I had planned on today doing my planning on doing a painting for the month ahead. So September is our month ahead, and doing a tarot reading for the month also. So that's addressing. And I'm going to get my insights and stuff too when I do the painting. So I'll get more intuitive grounding going forward. So this month, August, I started towards the end. I have 10 days in. Yay, me! I did 10 days. This is my 10th day of getting this out. Not always easy. Not usually easy. I'm hoping it gets more of a routine and see how that goes. But I've always wanted to add the spirit paintings in because they are part of my intuitive toolbox and things that I think other people should or could find value in, whether it be sketching, painting, anything of that nature. I do like watercolors over just drawing because they blend together and can create beautiful abstracts and stuff like that. So today's energy, oh my goodness, just crazy. This new energy coming in. Power 65 here. Let's see. It feels like a massive shock wave to me. This here. Can you see? This here. And that was about, if this is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6-ish, 5:30. Okay, I wrote it down. I did more of the endless off thing. So, it's not the introspective pause that I had, thought would happen if we had calmer energies. So a lot of the morning before this happened, this is early morning, felt a little bit different. I did have a lot of dreams. I remembered my dreams last night, and that is indicative of some of this red going on. So, go here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So, yeah, I was probably dreaming around in here. So I can remember them, but they're still not a lot of meaning behind them to me. I haven't done any interpretation, but just strange dreams. So with that, so let me see. I think I undid my little notes. I can get them back. And sometimes I can't if my notes aren't working. I do not like the cloud sometimes. Do not like the cloud. Do not like the cloud. Okay. So, did not put that in my notes, and it should be in my notes. Get back to my chart, our energy chart. This is what I need to show you with my cursor where we are. So it was 10 o'clock today. So it looks like a repeat of some of this stuff that we had yesterday. So yesterday here, it started at 10 a.m. yesterday, and we went to this and then down to this. So I do, this right here is at least like a little bit easiness into it, but it still felt like a big pow. And this was that 65, 65 power. That is a lot. That was a lot for me to take in. And with this red, it's not clear energy, so it's still some of this amplitude, and to me that causes somewhat confusion. So it is interesting. And then we have this over here. It's a lot of just a lot of red. Mine's bigger. So see more of its oscillations. Let me see if now if my, yeah, this in here is this oscillating things. Mine even looks somewhat bigger. I don't know if I not even have the whole chart here for you to see. I do not. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this oscillation stuff here that's been going on at 10. This is when, so it would be 10, 9, 8, since about 7. This stuff right here, 7 to 10. I imagine it goes, it's doing that same kind of thing after 10, at least for a little while. And some of that, we didn't have any of that. It was clear energy yesterday. This just, a lot of these spikes, not as clear, not as clear up in here. Messy energy. And this spike even had messy energy and wasn't quite there up into the top. So, yeah, not the best, but I still feel energized. I feel like I still want to work. But I'm going to surrender. Let's get into the tarot reading. Surrender to this, that some of this energy is just going to, it's kind of like Mercury retrograde. It's just going to kind of like mess you up, but give you a lot of energy. And that can be like very troublesome for me because I have a lot of energy and I can get into trouble. Just having enough knowledge to get into trouble. You know, because things will break and I'll try to fix it and I'm going about it all the wrong way and it just seems like nothing's working. I don't know if you've been there, but maybe today is going to be a day like that. So Mama said there'd be days like this. So with that, get into the tarot reading. I have a video, but I am not sure that that gives me a lot of room for the report. Eight 29, 830, 831. The first card is the Hanged Woman. And let's see. Past surrender feels overshadowed by this surge, suggesting a force release rather than a chosen one, challenging your usual introspective flow. So, yeah, this energy is a challenge to us, or it is for me, and I feel like others this may be too. I feel like I'm very maybe normal in my feelings. And if you're not feeling this today, I may be a little sensitive. It will be maybe tomorrow. this effect's going to last. This kind of energy really packs a punch with that 65 power. And the current vibration is the Ace of Swords reversed. Oh, Ace of Swords reversed. And this current vibration, the mental fog we've been experiencing, reflects this card's confusion, intensified by the chart's overwhelming power 65. So with that, I did a clear reading. I'm trying to condense them for time's sake because this is late. And I don't like that, but I actually did like 2 different recordings and couldn't get it right, couldn't get my cards right, couldn't get them notes right. It was just horrible. So so I'm not going to really compare yesterday's. I would like to get maybe a weekly analysis done. Or rather, should I focus on doing an intuitive painting and September What's Ahead reading? I have to think about that. So let's see, the current vibration, my notes. So I'm not really going to compare it with yesterday's because time. So I was wanting to do just the summary of the reading, but then it doesn't make as much sense. So going from there, with Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords reversed indicates confusion, black clarity, miscommunication in the present. Today, the collective could feel mental fog aligning with the chart stabilization, rising frequencies, such as in a challenge to process the recent surge's aftermath. So I did this reading before I seen the chart, but this makes more sense now. And with the Hanged Woman, the root energy signifies surrender, perspective, and sacrifice from the past. This root energy recalls a history of letting go, possibly the Two of Pentacles balances the Empress's nurturing release, setting a foundation of shifted viewpoints. So these shifted viewpoints may be forced upon us rather than a slow and introspective thing. And that causes confusion. So I'm thinking the chart, we had some like calm yesterday. We had a lot of energy yesterday, and then it went into more of a calming and stayed, not all this amplitude power. And then this morning we just get hit with it again, just like yesterday morning. It's really the same thing yesterday, but it started earlier and bigger and was not quite as powerful and not quite as messy yesterday. So yesterday I felt like it was a better energy, but I'm not going to say better based on work better. It was better yesterday. My focus was, better. I still have that energy now, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to channel it in a different direction than what I did yesterday. So then the challenge card is another reverse card, which is the Eight of Swords. And it represents liberation from mental traps, but as a challenge, it suggests a difficulty in fully embracing this freedom due to lingering doubt. The collective struggles to trust this clarity, resisting the Hanged Woman's surrender, tied to the chart's subtle shift, is a test of confidence. So with that, the Eight of Swords reversed. The Ace of Swords. We had the Ace of Swords reversed. Mental fog. Yeah. Matches the confusion, intensified the card's overwhelming power, 65. And this happened during times when I'm supposed to be getting the work done also, which that was a blast. A blast. I'm not saying a fun one. Well, I feel good, so that's good. But the blast did not help my mental focus at all. So then we have the Eight of Swords reversed, and the struggle to embrace liberation mirrors the difficulty focusing as the surgeon tendencies test our abilities to break free from this mental overwhelm. And we have a lot of that right now. Things are coming at us at this speed, and things that we've never had to deal with before as a collective. The transgender things, and the drugs that are available, and that they're just passing out like candy to children, and it's insane that you can get these drugs now just by a little Zoom meeting. SRIs are very powerful. I struggle with depression, and I have not quite as bad as some people's, but it's like a struggle, and it happens again and over again. I probably could have benefited from, especially therapy and maybe some kinds of drugs, but I don't know if it's worth it. And they know so little about these SRIs, and they come with, maybe even suicidal things that I would not want to deal with. So there's that. And then we have so that challenge is always there, that struggle to, deal with these things. And these can be overpowering at certain things when everything's coming at us at once. So that's the Eight of Swords reverse. And then our outlook is the Five of Pentacles, which is an interesting card. It's, dealing with money and our abilities to deal with our money problems. Some of them may be misperceived, or we think they're this and that. So there's some confusion with what to do and going forward. And both of them, too, like the Hanged Woman signifies a need for to lean on our spiritual understanding, and so too does the Five of Pentacles with that stained glass. And so the outlook for the Five of Pentacles, the future hardship reflects our productivity struggles, with charts high energy, potentially isolating us from our tasks. So with that 5, let me get to what I had before I knew the energy. The Five of Pentacles indicates hardship, isolation, or lack ahead. The future holds a challenge of scarcity or disconnection, building on yesterday's Five of Pentacles, suggesting a need to navigate this vulnerability. So this is, something we're going to have to focus on and isolate. We're having problems with this high energy, potentially isolating us from those tasks. But I am going to, the unknown influences the Three of Cups. So that's a good one. And the Three of Cups, is hidden joy and community, offer hope, suggesting support could counter the overwhelm, aligning with the post-peak stabilization. So let's see. Three of Cups embodies the celebration, community, and joy as an underlying force. This hidden influence drives connection and shared happiness, shaping unseen collective agendas, enhancing the Two of Cups unity from earlier this week. So that's a good one, the Three of Cups. And that reminds me of the clarifying card, which is the King of Wands, which King of Wands has been, all the kings have been in positions of reading since I've started these 10 days, these 10 last days. So with the with that, the unknown influences, Three of Cups, and the clarifying card, leadership and vision, urge you to channel this energy boldly, guiding the collective through this chaos. So So with that, it signifies leadership, vision, and action. This clarifies the need to ignite the Three of Cups community with bold direction, countering the Five of Pentacles isolation, and guiding through the Eight's liberation. So the collective is rooted in past surrender. It's now tested by an overwhelming surge of power. Currently, latest was like 65. Previous to that was a 48. The challenge lies in trusting in the liberation. That's the Eight of Swords reversed. Amidst this chaos, with a future of hardship, Five of Pentacles, and less hidden community, the Three of Cups, and clarifying leadership, King of Wands are embraced. And unlike the unexpected introspection, this energy demands action and connection to navigate the charged massive bursts. So this is kind of interesting. So we should surrender to the Hanged Woman and clear the overwhelm. List 3 tasks, prioritize 1 to cut through mental fog caused by this Power 65. You're going to have some mental fog. Embrace liberation. Step outside for 10 minutes to shift perspective, countering the challenge intensity. Water your plants, talk to your plants, talk to a tree, do something, just to get your mind off everything. In nature, grounded, maybe do it barefoot if you have grass. I know some people live in concrete jungles. I'm sorry. No one should live like that. I lived sort of like that, but at least we had some grass in a garden. Okay, so there's that. And yeah, so go outside, navigate the hardship, the Five of Pentacles, call a friend or join a virtual community to ease isolation from this energy. So look to somebody, talk to, just have fun with. I'm going to do some painting and maybe hang out with my family for a little bit. And they're adults, so, I have one child. If I wanted to play, I could do puppets. And some of that I do channel into energy or to creative pursuits, writing stories, children's stories, puppets. And also puppets are really great, just as a side grandma path. If you have children, and, when you go to like a thrift store or Goodwill, just find puppets. If you get puppets, any kind of puppets. And if you play with them with your children or grandchildren or any children, then if you care about them, you'll realize that they put their troubles on the puppet, so you'll understand like where they are in their growth. And if anything bad was happening, they might say something in the play, but not be able to communicate this to you as an adult. And I learned some of that in a class I've taken this past quarter about, if they're being sexually abused by somebody. It's usually a parent, or close person. But even if you don't know if the parent doesn't know that, a friend of the family or relative is doing something, the kid might do something in play with these puppets to let that that. So it's really, really interesting how that is. So play today, and it could be the play that is a creative outlet that also helps you in your work. It does me. So, or the work you want to do, and the thing that's in your heart. So, and lead with vision, the King of Wands, the Three of Cups. Set a bold intention and an affirmation. I lead with joy, and share and harnessing the surge's power. So it's a really powerful energy right now that we're dealing with. So enjoy it, and I will see you tomorrow.